Hey, my name is Demarius and welcome to my channel. I have been practicing my makeup for the entirety of quarantine, really perfecting my everyday natural makeup. It's been a lot of fun, but I think I'm finally there, especially as a glasses wearer. There's just like a new challenge of like, what's gonna pop under my makeup? How do I make sure my makeup doesn't move behind my glasses? All that good stuff. So I have it figured out and I'm gonna show y'all all of my tips right now, today. So let's get into it. Alright y'all, we are now at my desk. My mirror is right here. If you see me getting really close to my mirror, don't roast me. I mean, I actually cannot see without my glasses. And of course I have to do my makeup without my glasses. So here we are. First things first, what we are going to do is prime. I'm going to go in with my Instant Retouch Primer from Fenty. Now, what I like to do to really make sure that my makeup stays in certain places, especially the places where my glasses sit, is take this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and put it right here. So if you have a primer that is more about making your makeup stay and making your skin look smoother, I would say kind of double up on your primer where your glasses are gonna set, or just where your problem areas are. If you know that your chin always gets oily, then put some extra primer there. Okay, now that my primer is on, I'm taking my Laura Mercier powder and this random Colourpop powder that brush that I got a while ago. And I'm just going to dust this all over my face. This is definitely a Jackie Aina tip, but she likes to pat it into her skin and I just kind of brush it on there. Okay, that was too much. So just give yourself a light dust, and all this does is it sets your primer, it makes everything more long lasting, it kind of makes everything matte. Now, in my everyday makeup routine, I do not include a foundation. So what I am going to do is take a concealer that is my skin tone. This is a Deep Dark 56 in the Colourpop concealer. And I'm just going to, put that under my eyes because that'll allow me to put less of the lightening and brightening concealer on my eyes. But then I am going to also take it on any blemishes that I see, any unevenness. I'm just going to put a little bit kind of everywhere. Around my mouth is darker, so I go kind of heavy around my mouth. So this is what my face is looking like right now. I'm going to go in with this concealer from Born This Way. It is in the shade Toffee. I'm going to put this more on the outside of my eye like this. And then I'm also going to put it right here and right here. Just a little bit. Next, what I am going to do is take the lighter shade in Chestnut and then put that in the inner of my eye right here. Now, I'm keeping this pretty close to my eye for a reason, and that is because if you wear glasses, you already know. All of this area is going to be right under the glasses. So what you don't want to do is take your concealer way out here or take your concealer way down here because no one's going to see it, and then you're just packing more makeup under where your glasses sit. Now, I like to use... I'm spraying a little bit of setting spray on my beauty blender, but also I like to just use the beauty blender on my chin and on my forehead. Use a brush if you are a glasses wearer because it'll give you more control and you can really keep your concealer right under your eye. I am new to these brushes blending out concealer life, but I have found it pretty useful. I'm going to spray this as well with a little bit of setting spray. And then I'm going to blend. Now at this point, I'm not blended all the way out, but I am going to leave it. Then I'm going to take my Fenty Match Stick in the shade Ebony. And I'm going to mark where I'm going to contour. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Also, I have caviar, but mostly what I've learned is I don't need to go so deep when my makeup is so natural. And then what I'm going to do is take espresso and put that on my nose. Now, I'm not contouring my nose. I have no nose bridge. But what I do is, one, I try and build a little nose bridge, but two, make your nose pop. Like, honestly, because you were wearing glasses and it covers so much of this area of your face, the last thing you want to do is make your concealer go all across your nose, and you're just gonna make your nose get lost in the sauce. That's what I call it. And so I like to make sure that my nose is really popping. For blending purposes, I'm going to take my beauty blender and just blend out those edges as well. Now I'm going to take my Real Techniques. This brush is 200. It's the like contour brush. It's pretty packed. But I'm just gonna blend out all of my contour now. I'm gonna push that right into my ear as well, so there's no harsh line. And push it up into my concealer. And it's really gonna give me more control of my concealer as well, and just lift everything up. When it comes to blending out my nose contour, I literally just take the exact same brush and blend it out. It's a little bit big, but that's okay. I like for the warmness to just engulf my nose anyway. Now it is time to set. I'm going in with a brush and my Laura Mercier powder. Now I used to bake, but I realized that I was just looking a little bit funky when it came to my natural makeup routine. So now I just set this under my eye and just pat it in. I put a little bit everywhere where I put concealer. And then the Fenty Beauty Sticks, they kind of dry down matte. So if I'm doing natural makeup, I usually just leave them alone. Or if I'm doing natural makeup, I usually just leave the areas where I contoured alone, because I find that they don't really get oily, they don't really move around, and I think it's just because of how they dry down. They dry down pretty matte. Now another natural makeup tip is to just make sure everything's blended. So I take this huge brush, it's the e.l.f. like face powder brush or something. Oh, it says 101 on here. So I just take that and I literally just, wherever I put powder, I just swirl around to make sure it's all blended out, that no powder is sitting oddly on my face. What I like to do is feel right here where my glasses are gonna set and make sure that it feels dry. If it doesn't, I will actually go in with a little bit more of powder. Let me take this brush. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of powder and put a little bit extra right here. So definitely for glasses wear, kind of set a little bit more right where you know your glasses are gonna hit your face. I've always heard people talk about the importance of your brows without ever like applying it to myself. But once I really started to get into it, I realized how important brows are. And why everyone keeps saying that. So I've really been taking my time with my brows recently. I have completely changed the shape of them to what I feel better frames my face. So I have been doing more of a like straight brow, and I just feel like that frames my face a little better. I have a very round face, so Now to make my brows look more natural, I picked up this e.l.f. brow gel in the color black. I mean, I didn't know that I was missing out on brow gel until I got this one. I brush up my brow hairs. Not only does it add color, but it just adds that extra dimension, and it makes my brows look like they have little hairs standing up. I do take that same skin tone concealer from Colourpop, and I use this to clean up my brows. I feel like because you're doing natural makeup, you really don't have to clean up your brows, but I like to take a tiny bit of concealer and clean up the tail of my brow. I think it just gives it that extra spice, that extra oomph, and because I'm wearing glasses, I really want to make sure that my brows look amazing. Now for the eyes, what you could do is the basic blend a brown shade in your crease, maybe put a little sparkle on your lid, but I am not really into that. I like to do a little bit more, and it's still, I mean, technically just as simple, but it gives me a little bit more pop. It's a little bit more me, and I feel like it makes my makeup stand out. If you wear glasses, especially because your eyes are so covered up, you definitely want to make sure there's some sort of pop. But what I'm going to do is take this pencil brush right here, and then I am going to go in with this green shade. So all I am doing is doing basically a colored liner. Instead of actually having a liner, I find that sparkly eyeshadows work better. The ones from Juvias Place are amazing. But today we're gonna get a little fancy. I'm going to do a half green and half blue moment. So first I'm going to go in with the green, do about half my lid, and then I'm going to go in with the blue and do about half of the other side. So it's really, really easy to do. Don't be scared of it. I am going to make mine pretty thick as well. I know it looks a little crazy, but I promise it's like cute. It's not crazy. And then I am going to hop in with this blue. I do suggest that if you're going to do a two-tone that I'm doing right now, then go in with the lighter color on the inner part of your eye, and then the darker color on the outskirts of your eye, and make sure that the colors just make sense together. Alright, that is all for the eye. Ooh, she's popping. That is all for the eye right now. I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara. Now, in my everyday look, I don't wear lashes. For the sake of the video, I will wear lashes. Especially for y'all that are glasses wearers. I feel like we all need to be put on to a good old glasses lash. Now I'm going to go in and finish my face, starting with the blush. I used to not get blush, but honestly my cheeks are huge, so putting a little blush on them really just brings me alive. One of my highlighters cracked in here, and it's just a whole hot mess. Now I'm using the True Complexion Colourway contour palette in Dark Deep, and I'm going to go into the highlight shade right here. The highlight shade right here. When I'm doing a full face of foundation, I also use the other two shades to set my contour and kind of just make it a little darker and deeper. But this highlight shade is super cute. Super Shock Cheek in Avalon. And the reason I'm using a different highlight for my nose is because I want it to look super natural. And as you can see, this highlight is super kind of dark. It's kind of like my skin tone, but the shimmery version. That's what I love about it. The other one's just a little bit too light, a little bit too popping for my nose. I want my nose to look warm and glowy, but I don't want it to look unnatural. Let's get on to lashes. Now I'm gonna show you guys my lashes for glasses, First of all, the Demi Wispies. I mean, I have a multi-pack of them. They're amazing. The way they just flare out at the end is everything. They fit nicely under my glasses. They look really good. I mean, I have zero complaints about them. They are everything and my absolute favorite lash. And then we have the Whipsies 122. Now these are kind of pushing the limits. I feel like if I blink a certain way or if my glasses get pushed up against my head, then these lashes do touch my lenses. But they're so cute and longer in the middle of your eye rather than, you know, like the outskirts of your eye. That's what I love about these. So these are the Ardell Wispies 122. And all these lashes are from Ardell. The last pair I have here are the Ardell. I think they're the natural in 172. And these lashes are physically shorter than the other ones. They look so good when you put them on. I haven't worn these ones in a while yet. So I mean in a while. So I think I'm gonna put these on today. But they look like your natural lash when it comes to the length of them, but they just give you that much extra oomph, that much extra volume, and they're definitely safe for under your glasses. And then I am also going to use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. I'm going to do this off camera because sometimes it'd be taking me 6 years to get on my lashes, so I'll be back when my lashes are on. Alright, lashes are on. They're looking pretty cute. It definitely took 6 years, so that's why lashes are not a part of my everyday routine. But let's set our face now. We're at the very end. So first what I like to do is set matte. So this is the NYX Matte Setting Spray. I spray it on the back of my Beauty Blender and then I just pat that into my skin. And you'll see that like on the back of my Beauty Blender, there's not makeup that is lifting up. You're already set. So this isn't moving your makeup around. This is just putting your makeup into your skin, making it look like it is your skin, at the same time as making sure that it does not move. So now what I'm going to do is take a second setting spray. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. This one's a more like natural, dewy setting spray. For a natural everyday lip, I'm going to go in with this lip tint from e.l.f. This is the Sheer Slick Orange Crush lip tint. I know orange doesn't go with my look, but because it is a tint, it kind of just works out. To finish it off, I am going to go in with the Cheeky Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is my favorite gloss bomb ever. Alright, that is the lip and also the finished look. Alright y'all, this is the finished makeup look. I did change my glasses since the beginning because I just really wasn't feeling the other pair. But you can really see how I'm looking glowy and natural, how my nose is popping, how my brows are popping, how this eye color through my glasses is coming through. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope that you are able to take some tips and try to enhance your makeup game as well. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.